To throw, it's Wentz. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Over the middle, that's the family, his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
19.
From the shotgun, Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
He's got a man, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Wentz. This is caught. It's Kirk. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A swing pass here to Edwards. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Wentz. Got a man in the It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Titans have a chance to tie the game here. Sly on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
3rd and 5. Wentz going to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw is Sanders. Open man, that's Bond. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
And this is how you answer a touchdown at the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Open man is Vaughn. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 18.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Scott, 56 yards. And the Browns have moved down in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Throwing now is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
They go play action now. Sanders. That's complete. Right side. It's Bond. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Let's go now. Ready.
Sanders to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Score Browns 35, Titans 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception.
Goes through this because just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This 2nd and 4. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But Bradford, the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Gerald Everett from 3 yards out. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wentz going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here we go.
Throwing, Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Browns first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Dragon 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Sanders. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Shador. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play action. Now wins. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Here's 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's got some space here. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing down, Gabriel. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it down.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Up across the 25 and down at the 28. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
Here's Gabriel. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Down. Ready.
To throw, Gabriel. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he is out of bounds with the first down as the clock ticks inside of 30 seconds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing here is Hooker. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To the air is Gabriel. Under pressure, they got him again. The decision made for him. They got to go. It's 4th down. Gabriel going to throw through it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Get it. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Ready, ready. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lions. Go.
Now Sanders.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knees. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Poses.